Hey, hello there. It's Jacob here from Firebrand Astrology, Tarot, and Healing. I do my videos a little bit differently from everybody else, I really don't believe in this kind of need to do all this fancy stuff outside, really. For me, the reading is about what I have to say, not visual effects and the star and things like that. I mean, I will show you the print offs I've done. So I print off the chart for each day, and I use noon because noon is halfway in the day, but in the course of the day, the moon will have moved, between 12 and 15 degrees, so that's like halfway through a sign. So, welcome to Libra season of balance, harmony, peace, justice, looking for equality, looking for fairness. These are all themes at the moment in life, in the build up to the election, which happens in November, which is Scorpio season. You will be looking at balance and harmony and peace, looking at the way you want to balance relationships with yourself and other people, balance relationship with yourself, find balance in your life, find harmony in your life, find peace in your life, find fairness, justice, all of these Libra aspects. This is why Libra is seen as a worse decision maker in the zodiac, because they balance everything to get to reach a thing that is fair for everybody, so it's kind of looking at that. And I think really the theme for a lot of us is being fair to ourselves. So where are we on Monday? Few days we've got the Sun conjunct Jupiter. Now Jupiter and the Sun fucking love each other. They get on really, really well. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, the Sun rules Leo. This is fire energy, this is exuberance, this is passion, this is drama, this is kind of playtime, this is really about expanding the consciousness of the sun's consciousness being expanded and working in harmony with Jupiter in Libra to find balance and fairness and harmony in our lives. And you need to look at what house 3 degrees of Libra is, because this is where it's taking place, And obviously 3 is a very magical number, the power of 3 in terms of magic and all stuff like that. The Holy Trinity in regards to the Christian religion, so 3 is quite a powerful, important, significant number. And we have Venus at 3 degrees of Scorpio as well on Monday, and we have the moon in Leo working with the energy of Jupiter and the Sun. So really putting some emotions into that, the feelings and emotions of that. We have to watch being maybe a little bit over dramatic and wanting to be center of attention, which is kind of the Leo thing. On Tuesday, we have a grand trine, very temporarily grand trine, because it involves the moon, Uranus, and Mars, who's just gone into Capricorn, but it's still trining because within the orb, the range. We have those energies working together in a grand trine in fire. So again, it's involving the energy of Aries, which is all about ourselves, our ego, who we are, our identity, our sense of self, working with the power of Leo and the power of Capricorn, which isn't fire, obviously it's Earth, but the trine is in place there. So what can we do to harness all these energies together? Mars in Capricorn isn't really its favourite place to be, because Mars rules Aries, and Aries and Capricorn don't really see eye to eye because Capricorn likes things done a certain way. Aries wants to get on and fucking do it, and find the quickest way, most efficient way to get the job done. And Mars is like that, but it's going through Capricorn, and Capricorn won't put up with that crap from Mars, so it'd be an interesting time, especially when Mars conjuncts Pluto in about 3 weeks' time at 14 degrees. So we have that. On Wednesday, the moon will move into Virgo, where he will join the North Node and Mercury, who is direct but still in shadow. Mercury don't come out of shadow until the 6th of October. So we are still going over the stuff that we went over while Mercury was retrograde, but we're moving forwards with it now. So we're able to feel we can move forwards with it. And Jupiter and the Sun are at 4 and 5 degrees respectively, so they're still conjunct. Venus is at 5 degrees of Scorpio, so we have that Venus energy in Scorpio. Obviously, the moon is going to oppose the Pisces energy again with these oppositions. It's about the Virgo reality, Virgo's reality, nitty-gritty detail, analysing every bloody aspect of it, looking at every letter of every word, going over it 100 times, And Pisces is very dreamy, romantic, Christ-conscious energy. So the moon in Virgo is going to oppose that a little bit. So again, this is a whole thing that we worked on when we had the T-square and squares in place with the mutual energies. It's now oppositions due to stuff going through Virgo. Once Mercury's out of Virgo and the North Node's moved back into Leo, all of this will ease up because we won't be in that kind of opposition time anymore. With Jupiter and Sun, conjunction is breaking apart now because they're 2 degrees apart. The Sun's beginning to move forwards ahead of Jupiter. So this is pushing the energy forward. On Saturday, we have the new moon in Libra at 7-8 degrees, and it involves Jupiter as well. So really, on the day of the new moon, you need to find out exactly what time it is where you are, because obviously, the world clock is 24 hours, so it could be one day or the other, depending on where you are. Into what time zone you are and stuff like that. So with the new moon being in Libra, it's all about balance and harmony and fairness. The moon will be almost sextiling Saturn, so there will be some limited support from Saturn to put the decisions in and make the beliefs, or actually believe the beliefs behind the decisions, and put some work into them to find the balance and the harmony in your life that you need to find, So, balance and harmony, what is this about? So, for me, I'll give an example, okay? So, I spent lots of time healing, self-healing, digging deep, going into myself and all this, but I've not been going out and having fun and enjoying myself. So, really, I need to find balance and harmony in respect of that. So you may be working too hard in one respect, or partially too hard, or your life might be too focused in one area, and the Libra energy will be calling you to balance that out a little bit. Because all work and no play is dull, and all play and no work, you don't get very far. So 7 degrees of Libra. New moon, Friday, Saturday, depending where you are in the world. Good day to make those intentions and to put that ahead. Also looking at your relationships and stuff like that. Saturday, the moon is still in Libra, still working its way through Libra. It's going to obviously oppose Uranus at some point, so we may have our sense of self questioned in terms of who we are in all of this and trying to find balance and harmony in our lives. On Sunday, the moon will still be in Libra, but will move into Scorpio, building up to conjuncting Venus on Monday, Sunday, depending where you are in the world. And the Sun will begin to sextile Saturn in Sagittarius. So again, there'll be support from Source and the universe and whoever the fuck you believe in, the angels, the guides, the star seeders, the pixies at the end of the garden, the gnomes, whatever you believe is, there'll be support to make those decisions, follow through with those decisions, and to really decide what you need to make, what changes you need to make in your belief system, what beliefs you need to change, and where you need to look at in your life to make balance and harmony and all of that. Obviously, you also if you do know your birth chart, you really need to refer to at what points in your birth chart these are activated and then what house, that kind of thing. Right, this is I'm going to pick another one. Now you'll understand why in a minute. Those of you that watch my videos and follow what card has come up now 5 times, I think, perhaps 6 times out of these, despite these cards being really shuffled. Okay, that's better. Right. 2 gods and times card. Why? Because he came up again. Fear, Shit, there's a lot of fucking fear in the world at the moment. There is a lot of it. You just need to look at what's happening with the police in America, and that's all fear based. That whole fear of what the person they've shot was going to do. That's made Matt that way, and there's no action taking place to address these fears, so that's an example. So we've been called to look at what actions we can take. Mars is moving into Capricorn, so what grounded actions can we make, and what decisions can we make to really address our deepest inner fears? Venus is in Scorpio. Venus is the ruler of Libra, balance, harmony, all of that. For me, I believe the Earth rules Taurus, planet Earth rules Taurus. I don't believe that Venus does. I believe it's planet Earth, and I believe Chiron is a ruler of Virgo, and only Pluto rules Scorpio, not Mars anymore. So what actions can we take to really address our deep-seated fears? And what actions can we take in our human collective consciousness to address the fears in the planet? Okay, so you have your big election in America. Majority of the people who are voting for Trump are doing so on basis of fear-based decisions about immigrants, about this, about that. We had exactly the same thing in England with the Brexit. It was all about fear of people coming in and stealing from us and taking from us and taking our jobs, taking this and taking that. When the reality is there's more than enough to go around for everybody, but certain individuals are keeping us fighting and certain individuals are keeping us in fear because it addresses and it basically supports their agenda of what they want to do with the planet, and I've been saying this for like 6-7 years now. And we really, really do need to heal this. Not heal it, but to get through it and really kind of realise and wake up. It's part of what 2012 was about, really. It's about kind of realising what is going on. and it's so let's see what we got. So we have so we have the Harry Potter cards. Okay, so look, here we have Page of Swords again. So this came up last week. Again, this is again looking at our thoughts, what we think, our thinking processes. The Page of Swords is a bit gossipy and bitchy, yeah. So the Page of Swords is the bitchy, gossipy queen, basically. We really need to watch that side of ourselves, whether we're bitching about ourselves or bitching about other people. We have to stop, okay? Justice, Libra, a big fucking Libra sign in the back, Again, she's there kind of nonchalantly looking at the balance and harmony in her life, weighing out the scales of justice with the out there, representing wisdom behind her and the heart and the feather to see which one is lighter, so we need to be a little bit light-hearted and lighten up a little bit on ourselves and other people, even in the spiritual community, we carry a lot of judgment towards each other about whether we meet or not, or whether we meditate on what we look like. And I people that think I'm spiritual because I look rough and masculine, and then you can't be spiritual. We need to get rid of all that fucking bullshit. Really do, because if you're judging other people, we're judging ourselves. I know this. It's as simple as that. If you're judging other people, you're also judging yourself. We really need to move away from that in order to find peace and harmony and balance in the bigger picture of peace and harmony and balance on this planet, And here we have the Knight of Wands. So here we have a fire energy, because Wands is fire. Here we have a fire energy. This week, even though we've got Sun and Jupiter in Libra, which is an air sign, they rule fire signs, okay? And we've got a lot of fire energy happening, a lot of Mars moves into Capricorn. Mars rules Aries, so fire is very much prominent this week, even though we're in Libra season, that the energy of fire, so we really need to harness that energy of enthusiasm and optimism and positivity and moving forwards, enjoying ourselves, having fun, the energies of Sagittarius, Leo and Aries, basically. Anyway, have a good week. This has been a bit longer than I anticipated, but obviously I had to say what I had to say and it came out as it came out. Alright, thank you.